He just took off on that one, and he might have just won the game for him.
Excited to watch Tom Brady, a guy who's still playing at such a high level. And no one throws it more in the NFL than the Bucs right now, and Tom Brady. He does a great job of getting the ball out fast, under 2.5 seconds. So that's mostly in shotgun. When he's under center, that's what he likes to do, play action and take their shots down the field. And he does a great job with his play action. And, we'll watch the film on City Watch.
Tom Brady is one of the best quarterbacks at play action pass under center. He's okay with putting his back through the defense just because he's done it so many times. You can see right here, with the receiver going in motion, they ran over with the receiver, they're in a one-time safety. He knows this is cover 3 defense right away, and he's going to be working outside. He wants time for Mike Evans to get a little double move, kind of going like he's going to post, and get back to the house. He sees that he can get over number 42, nice easy throw. That's what Tom does so well, is play action under center. Here's another example. This player is blitzing off the slot. They do a good job of turning it back to defense, throwing this ball on time. He wants to throw this thing forward.
Here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport, and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Nifty move. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. To the 43, 2nd down.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's to Cook out of the backfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
2nd and 11. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their second drive here to ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
13 yards remaining on second down. Now back to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes. As that throw arrived, tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And got his man complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Vikings have moved out in front. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The Bears had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open right side, complete to Rager. On 2nd down, Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Looking to throw. Flushed. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. and that also leads to fourth down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll send the tight end in motion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. His pass on target, Velus Jones with it. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now it's Fields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connect. Shot went for it all on that one. This time they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Fields. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
On the ready?
The tight end in motion right. Starting the third quarter with Cook. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll try the wide side with Cook. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Opposite, 3. Black one, blue check. Hey, no fury. Hey,
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Shot, 17.
They run it again with Cook. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll go with a keeper. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one brought in by Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks...
That is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them. but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And here comes a return for the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off a game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And some room to roam now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
Challenge at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 51 yards rushing forward the ball game now on 14 carries. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they will take a knee here. So the final